Hey guys, what's going on? This is Roth. I'm here with Robert Conkey of Activision. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk about the Legend of Korra game. And first and foremost, when can the people get this game?
So I guess this is the first time we're officially announcing this, so big deal.
Very exciting.
The official release date, October 21st on PlayStation Network and Steam, and October 22nd on the Xbox Games Marketplace. Yeah.
We're excited. I know that the fans are really excited to play this game. We saw a little bit of it. You came by Comic-Con to see us, and we saw a little bit of the game, but talk to me. Do we have some new modes to talk about today?
Yeah, so I think this is going to be the first time we really talk about it in detail. So we have a pro bending mode in the game where we actually faithfully recreate the rules of the Legend of Korra Sport pro bending, and it's available after you've beaten the game for the first time.
Okay.
And it's the 3-on-3 style situation where you're kind of pushing back. You're trying to gain territory from the other team, and whoever has the most territory at the end wins. And if you knock the other team off completely, then you just take the whole match right there. So it kind of happens in a series of multiple matches, and there's 3 different difficulty modes, and it gets pretty crazy by the end. So.
And this is still single player, yes?
It is still single player, yes.
Okay, but Korra is there with her faithful teammates.
It is Team Avatar. So you have Korra is doing her water bending, as you would expect, and then Mako is the firebender, Bolin is the earthbender, and they have hilarious dialogue. It's a lot of fun. So.
Talk a little bit about that, because we know that Janet, David, and PJ all came in to do the VO, right? Talk a little bit about working with them.
Oh man, it was amazing. So I mean, all of them were awesome, and David Faustino, it's kind of like an integral part of my childhood. I grew up watching Married with Children.
Bud
and all
Bundy,
that
if
stuff.
you guys don't
know. Yes. And then Janet was just phenomenal. It was amazing. She just nailed every single line. Like, we had an outrageous number of lines, and she was just going through them, like knocking them out. And it's so surreal to hear her talk, because she's like the voice of Korra, but she's like, it's just her. It's so cool.
I mean, and not only is PJ like a serious dramatic actor, but man, the guy's hilarious.
Oh, PJ. Oh, we were rolling in the aisles when he was doing his lines, because he would just he'd say the line straight, and then he would give us like variations that were just out of nowhere and just so hilarious. It was amazing.
Did any of those variations make their way into the game?
They
did they affect the game
did.
at all?
Yeah. So there's several. So I don't want to go into too much detail, but there's some of his comments during the pro bending was stuff that he ad-libs in the studio. And then also, right when you finish the game, he's got a really great line. And you'll know it when you hear it. Is it like
a finish him kind of? Is it like that low? Where is it?
It's like at the very final screen of the game.
Okay.
So I don't want to give away too much, but it's basically when it's a final screen where you get like a thank you for playing kind of thing from all the different actors in the show. And he totally ad-libbed a really great line there. So you'll know it when you see it.
All right, I'm looking forward to getting there. So talk a little bit, what's interesting about the game in general is it takes place between book 2 and 3, as we know. Sure. We're heading into book 4. What's interesting about exploring sort of this moment in time for Korra?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So first of all, it's a part of the show that was never really explored that much, and it was kind of a free area to play with. We were able to take her to a lot of different locales, and it was kind of a exciting thing where you can tie into some of the events of book 3, and kind of there is a tie into the villains of book 3 that you wouldn't know unless you've actually seen book 3. But it's kind of a unexplored territory that we thought would be really interesting, actually, and everybody was really excited to do it.
Are there Easter eggs that we can look out for?
There definitely are, and I think I don't want to go into too much detail now. We're going to talk more about it moving forward, but there most certainly are. So.
Intriguing. What would it take for Activision to continue on making Korra games?
I mean, this is not necessarily my department, but for sure, we love Korra. We would love to work on more Korra. At this point, we're really just focused on getting this game out.
Yeah.
And making it as good as we possibly can, and making fans happy. So.
What do you think it is about the specific skills of a airbender, of a bender, that lend themselves to really interesting action?
So it's interesting because each of them each of them is very versatile in its own way, and you know, Platinum had to deal with taking all of these potential things you could do and building that into a working game system where you have a need to use the different ones, because all of them are very viable, right? So they ended up focusing each one a little bit more on certain strengths and weaknesses, so that there would be a specific situation where you could use all of them. And since you can switch your bending at any time, well, not in pro bending, but in the regular gameplay, you can switch your bending at any time, and that really helps you. That basically causes the player to consider what would be most advantageous at this point. And then really advanced players will actually use multiple types in a single combo, because you can switch. I mean, you can switch right for the finisher, so you can just do a finisher on the other. Like with a different bending style if you want, and that leads to a ton of like awesome combinations that you can do. So
we're really looking forward to it. I know that the fans are really looking forward to it. Tell us once again when we can get this game.
So October 21st on PlayStation Network and Steam, and October 22nd on Xbox Games Marketplace.
Okay, you awesomely heard it right here first on IGN. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.